Hey everybody, I'm Invisible Katana. I'm here with my lady. We also have Pikachu and this thing. I can't even remember what it's from. What is this? I forgot what it's from. We call him Gizmo though, or Creature. We are doing an unboxing. They're in this for no apparent reason, just to have them in it, because meh. We are doing an unboxing for the February Loot Crate. The theme for it was play, and you know, I want you to open this one up. I did an unboxing. If you haven't checked that out, I'll put it in the link below. You can check it out if you want to. There's no reason if you're watching this. So we're going to do one item at a time so you can...
Oh, is this Big Hero 6?
No.
Oh, okay, then I don't know what this is.
This is...
Money World.
Yeah, the Money World. These are the little figures that you draw on. And you can make the designs and things like that. It comes with, I believe, 3 markers and... yeah, this little brush to erase things with, so you can draw it, do whatever you want with it. These aren't like anything exclusive or limited to Lootcrate or anything. You can just get them. They've been out for a super long time, and I think they're like a step up from the old cotton things where it's like you draw on them and put them in the washing machine.
Oh yeah.
Which I think these are way cooler. It just seems so much better.
You have a Lootcrate Super Fight, the Lootcrate deck is what it says.
The instructions are... So, I didn't read the instructions in the last video because it was a super long card, but you can kind of go through. Super Fight rules: separate the white back cards and the black back cards. Player 1 starts by drawing 3 white cards and 3 black cards. You can look at them, but don't let anyone else see them. Player 2 does the same. Each player chooses 1 white card and 1 black card from their hand to create a fighter and places those cards face down. Then they discard their remaining cards into 2 separate piles. I'm just going through
this. No, I made that face because I've heard of this before.
I thought it was similar to what's the game, Cards Against Humanity? I thought it was at first, but let's see. Then they discard the remaining cards in 2 separate piles, 1 character, 1 for attributes. Both players turn over their cards and reveal their fighters. Each player then draws a random black card from the deck and adds it to their fighter. Both players argue and plead their cases about why their fighters would win the fight. So once the arguing is done, the table votes for a winner. So it's definitely... shouldn't play it with just another person because you'll kill each other. I think that's probably a bad choice. But if you have 3 or more, it'd probably be a little bit easier. You can at least have 2 people vote instead of fighting over it for a long time. But that's a Lootcrate exclusive, which I thought was pretty cool. So it has exclusive cards in it. It's like 100 cards. Yeah, it's 100 in here. So that's a cool exclusive. There's the Hex Bug, which, sorry, this is, oh, I didn't put my glasses on. The Hex Bug, which is not a Lootcrate exclusive because everyone sells Hex Bugs, but I got the simple one. I looked in the book. I got the normal one. Yeah, I put it back in, which was a terrible idea because it has this tiny little string on it. You just shooting through all the items, not explaining it.
Can I guess what this is before I open it?
Yeah.
Okay, these are rock paper scissors dice, right? Yes, they are.
Black and white. Yeah. Well,
rock paper scissors.
Yeah. Black and white rock paper scissors dice, which feel completely hollow in the middle. Diversity. Totally skipped over my joke. That was a great joke.
Oh, there will be others here.
That's love.
Oh, that's so... I don't like bugs, so...
I thought I didn't realize this also in the first video, but these have sensors on them, so when you put your hand in front, or you clap, it changes the direction like a normal bug. So it'll change the direction when you clap, or if you put your hand in front of it, or if anything gets in front of it, it'll change directions. So I actually thought it was cool because of that. But like I said, I got the ultra simple one. There's a cool scarab. There are 2 that glow in the dark. There's a zombie scarab and a zombie something else. The next thing we have is a little poster, which I'm gonna have to put up somewhere. But a cool little Pac-Man poster, like Atari Pac-Man, separated, which I think looks pretty cool. It's a tiny little poster, so I don't know where I'll put it, where it'll, look normal compared to some of the other posters I have. But I do like it. I like that poster because I love Pac-Man, and I think it's awesome.
You do know that only douchebags wear sunglasses indoors, right?
Yeah, but these are Lootcrate glasses, so.
I'm just letting you know. You have fans, and hopefully they stay loyal to you, but only douchebags wear sunglasses indoors.
I got these from Lootcrate, so I have to wear them in every video. I normally don't wear them this much when I open them, but since you're going through everything and I've seen it, it doesn't affect me because it's obviously it's indoors and it's sunglasses you can't see. This is probably what I was excited for the most when I first opened this crate, and it's Ready Player One. It is an incredibly popular, basically nerd book, but it is a New York Times bestseller. I heard about this, I believe, like 2009 or 2008 or something like that. There's like a year on here somewhere I saw it. But I heard about this back when G4 was still a thing, which I wish it still was, even though it's nothing to you. It was the gaming channel I used to watch. And they talked about this and how
G4 is.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry.
Cool, we're good. We're good, bro.
But I was really excited to find this in there, and it's really old. It was 2011, but you know I never got it because it was when I was much younger, so I was already forced to read books in school, which I don't like doing. But this did interest me at least. It's like the nerdy Willy Wonka, I believe, and this on the back is like delightful. It's the grown-ups Harry Potter, so I'm definitely excited to get into reading this for sure. I was really happy to see it. I'm sure there are some people, like probably a lot of people who already had this, because odds are if you get Loot Crate, you're nerdy, so I'm sure there are a lot of people who already had the book, but for me it was like a huge surprise, and it probably didn't cost Loot Crate too much because it came out in 2011, so I thought it was personally like a really great prize. And then we have like the magazine for this month, as well as the little pin, which is just for play. There are also two other little things in here. One is just, this is a game which is actually the entire board itself, which I'll open up. But these are just instructions for the game. This, I thought it was initially a code to download the Firefly online video game, but it's a code for the ship. So I'm just going to put all the information for that below because I have no need for this. I'm not going to play the Firefly online video game. If you do though, I'm just gonna put this code down in the description below as to pretty much everything it says, and you can get the verse is the name of the ship. So it's exclusive to Loot Crate subscribers, and that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna do that. And actually, I can just do it in the video. The code is Overland, and that's it. You just go to the website, visit blah blah blah, and download the Cortex. So visit keepflying.com/Cortex and download the Cortex, the official companion app for Firefly Online. It's free. Register for an account and log in with your username and password. Click the redeem button on your account profile and enter the code Overland. So that will get you this ship, the light blue science vessel. It's not the verse, but there you go. If you want that, or you already have it, you want to, or whatever, there you go. You have it. And then the box itself, which I think is personally the best box that I've seen, even through some of the videos I've looked through. It's obviously the best one I have because it's the second. It's the only one. The other one I have is the NES one. But this is an entire board game, and this is kind of why I thought you would like this one specifically, because this is a 4-player game. You can use the dice in the back of the magazine. These are cardboard cutout pieces that we can use. So all the stickers, all these are points or pieces or something like that. These are all our players, so it's a 4-player game that we can all play, you know, together. We randomly have rock, paper, scissors dice if we want to use those. And I think it will actually be pretty fun to play if you want to, you know, invite people over and we randomly play one time. And it's something you can actually keep around. It's not just like other Loot Crates where it's like they look cool on the inside, but ultimately it's just art, and then that it's just taking up space at some point. It's cool art. But this one you can actually use, so, you know, I liked it. I know there were a lot of people who were kind of disappointed with this crate because January came with an exclusive t-shirt, which was actually the Voltron shirt I'm wearing. And then December came with, you know, the Batman Joker thing we saw earlier at the comic book store.
Yeah.
So it was that, which we saw at the store, and it said Loot Crate exclusive, and it was on sale for like $25, I think. Mm-hmm. So, you know, a lot of people didn't like this one as much because it was like really stuff you could just get anywhere else aside from the actual board itself, because you know you said you have these dice already. Obviously, you can get the book, you can get one of the Money World things, you can get a little poster. Like, this is probably the only real exclusive thing, and you know I know Firefly's huge, but you know how many people are playing the online game. But personally, I actually enjoyed it a lot, and I think it was because of the book and because I knew we'd get to use it if you wanted to play the game. And, you know, it doesn't suck to have dice, especially when they're rock paper scissors dice, which I didn't know you had. I never knew that.
Well, you don't know everything about it.
That is true. But I like the crate. What did you think about it? This was the first one that you were involved in unboxing, and
Well, it wasn't nearly as exciting as you made it seem like. When he invited me to do the reviews, I usually, you know, it's not an excellent thing if I don't really have an opinion. This one didn't give me a huge, like, opinion about anything. Now I did see, you know, the Batman Joker. That is a Lootcrate expense. a Lootcrate exclusive. I did happen to see that, and I thought that was awesome. But this one was kind of flat because I know I have seen some of the stuff that you can get. A guy that works in my office gets Lootcrate, so I have definitely seen some of the stuff that you can get. So as far as the crates go, I'm glad that you like the book and all that other stuff. But you know, had a person not been you know, these items wouldn't have met their expectations. And they're not bad items, it's just that they could have thrown some more things in there to make it more exciting. So instead of giving this much, this many items that aren't as exciting, that are still cool but aren't as exciting, they needed to mix it up a little bit. So you can put the dice in there with something like a Batman Joker, with something like a t-shirt, you know. You can mix it up a little bit. They put too many lackluster items in one box. Not to call your box, your crate, lackluster. However, it needed to be slightly more exciting than you know. And I'm hoping the next time it will be.
yeah, the next crate, and I was wrong, I've said this is the only exclusive. The cards were exclusive too, which I think this will actually be really fun to play, especially if we get a bunch of people, because it's like kind of the nerdy version. I still consider like the nerdy version of like Cards Against Humanity. I would say, at least. Like, it's obviously slightly different because it's you pick the cards, and, but you know, kind of the general aspect is sort of the same, and everyone still has to vote or everyone votes instead of it being one person who votes. But I like it. I'm excited to play, and I think that was, like I said, because if it wasn't for you, this probably wouldn't have really been that big of a deal to me. Like, the dice I think are cool, but I would never play the board game with anybody else because I wouldn't really play with anybody else because no one I know plays board games like you do. And the same thing goes for the cards. It's like no one I know really plays like card games aside from like Magic the Gathering, of course, the ultra nerd stuff. But I think it was kind of the fact that you like to play games so much is why I enjoyed it, because I was like, I know I'll get way more use out of this than I do out of like anything that was in last month's crate, aside from the t-shirt, because obviously it's a t-shirt, I'm going to wear it. But, you know, that and the glasses, and that's just because this is like the one thing I can wear in every Lootcrate video. So that was really, and I do like the glasses. I don't know why I like them so much, even though I've seen them a million times. I just like them a lot for some reason. But yeah, I think that is kind of why I like them, is because I know we'll end up playing at some point. So there'll probably be a video of that like later on in the future or something, or maybe later tonight if we end up playing or anything. But I'm excited for next month's crate because it is covert, and I'm hoping that there's some stuff from like Metal Gear, which is my favorite spy-based video game. So I'm looking forward to that. I know there's a t-shirt in this month's box because it's supposed to be shipping currently. So there's a t-shirt this month, and there's some sort of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. replica that's exclusive. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. Like, it's going to be a shirt, and I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I mentioned this because I just did another tiny little unboxing video, which I will show you that after, but you guys can check that out for sure. And I mentioned I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I'm already excited for that. It's some exclusive replica thing. I don't know what it could possibly be unless the box is huge. It's probably going to be like, here's that pencil that Sky used before or something. Something really simple, but I'm looking forward to it, even if that doesn't blow my mind, there's gonna at least be a shirt. So obviously I'm wearing this one, so I'm gonna be wearing that one for sure. But if you guys have any comments, like what you guys thought about this box, I know this one's super late. People are basically getting the covert crate like right now. But what you guys thought about this crate? If you're keeping anything or putting everything up on eBay. I know there was one comment, I think, in like the first video that I watched for this Loot Crate, was like someone was like, I like one thing and everything else is going up on eBay. So what'd you put on eBay? What'd you decide to keep? Are you gonna play the games a lot? Like the Money World figure, does that apply to you? I mean, I know for you this would probably actually be way more useful because you actually know how to draw, so you can actually do something way cooler than what I would do, which would be like some eyes and a tongue just to look silly. But like I like it, and of course I want to know what you guys thought. So please, put your comments down in the comment section below. Follow the link to the last little video I did, which was kind of silly because I was thinking it was the March crate, which was actually really stupid of me because it was a tiny little box. But check that one out if you're interested. And you have anything else?
No,
Well,
okay.
yeah, thanks for watching. Well, didn't work.